We're here at OCC Brewing, Old Colorado City. Come join me and listen to the end for all the exciting news about this veteran-owned business.
Hey guys, really quick before we get into the meat of this video, I just wanted to say really fast, if you haven't done so already, number one, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell down below. We put at least 2 videos out a week, and I want you to stay updated on all the new videos we have coming out about the area, so that way you can stay in tune to what's happening, things to do, and check out all the cool stuff out here. Also, I wanted to say, if you've got any questions whatsoever, please do not hesitate to call us at our team number 719-266-2725. You could also email us at info@jdmret.net, and we will get back to you as quickly as possible. And that's any questions with anything whatsoever, whether it's real estate related or just coming out here to visit or moving to this area, anything you've got question wise, or even if you've got something else that you want to just mention that might be a great video to be able to do that you haven't seen yet, please reach out. You can either call that number at 719-266-2725 or shoot us that email at info@jdmret.net, or you can also post a comment in the messages below, and we will absolutely get back to you as quickly as possible to answer all those. We service this area, we live in this area, and we represent this area. We love working here. So hope you guys enjoy this video.
Hi, I'm Diana Oathman, a local Colorado Springs realtor here with James Dean Mountain Real Estate. And today I want to share this exciting video. In my previous video, I talked about the microbreweries in Colorado, and today I would like to introduce you to OCC Brewing. I have with me Dan Ramos, the owner of OCC Brewing, and we're going to have a fun time sharing some information with you. So Dan, in our previous conversations, you talked about being a biologist, you and your wife, Claire. Can you speak a little of that as to how that relates and inspired you towards opening a microbrewery, and how did you get started?
Yeah, my wife and I, we met over 20 years ago now, and we were actually wildlife biologists. I spent a good 13 years studying birds and frogs. We moved here to the Springs in 2013 for her career. She's a college professor teaching biology down at CSU Pueblo.
Oh, awesome.
I couldn't find a wildlife career or job here. However, I found a job with a company called the Brewing Science Institute. And previous to moving here, I'd been homebrewing for a long time and really had fallen in love with the science of making beer.
That's interesting.
This company is a commercial yeast laboratory up the hill in Woodland Park. They grow and sell yeast to breweries all over the world.
Oh, nice.
And so every home brewer kind of dreams of growing pro, and that this was a way for me to go pro by taking my biology background and going in a commercial yeast laboratory. So that was kind of my way into the industry. That was 2014. The two owners there were really amazing mentors for me. They both have been in the craft beer industry since the 90s. One was fermentation manager for Anheuser-Busch.
Oh, nice.
So they taught me a whole lot, not just about obviously the science of yeast and making beer, but also the business of beer. So I don't know, probably around 2016, 2017, after working for them for several years, I really started thinking about, kind of doing my own thing and opening my own brewery. Started taking business classes because I'm a scientist, not an entrepreneur, not a businessman.
Yes. So you combine both.
I combined both.
Yes.
Wrote a business plan. We found our location here in Old Colorado City, February 2019, and got a business loan somehow. I convinced the bank to give me a lot of money.
Yes.
And then we opened September 21.
That is awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, given all of this experience with home brewing and working with some of the masters in the industry, what would you say some of your most popular beers would be?
Well, we're drinking it, Diane.
Yes. Cheers.
Yeah, this is our West Side Pilsner.
Yeah.
So it's really modeled after a classic German Pilsner. It's very crisp, refreshing. It's got a nice bitterness to it. In the beer world, amongst professional brewers, lagers, which Pilsners are kind of like, that's our badge of honor.
Awesome.
Making good lager beers is kind of the master of the craft, so to speak. Like it's very hard, difficult to make because they're such clean beers. You can't hide behind anything if any flaws show up.
Nice.
And in a world today where IPA is king, our Pilsner outsells everything here. So
I am really a blonde beer drinker.
Yeah.
And when I first dined at his restaurant, I was super excited to try the Crisp and Clean, which is the West Side.
Yeah.
Let me get it right. The West Side Pilsner.
Correct.
Yes. Do you, on a consistent basis, introduce like new and experimental beers so that our audience out there would have an idea of what to expect from your brewery?
Yeah. So we're a brew pub, so we're not just a brewery, but we have a restaurant too. And one of the reasons I kind of went in this direction, I'm not interested in what we call production brewing, selling beer off-site, because that business model, then you're really beholden to brewing the same brands over
Yes.
and over. Being in a brew pub, it allows us to play a lot more. So we're constantly releasing new beers. We'll bring. The fun thing about brewing is that it can be very seasonal,
Yes.
and so we'll bring back not new recipes, old recipes with the seasons. But we're
Right.
constantly like rotating. The Pilsner and one of our IPAs, those are our only two what we call flagships. They're always on.
Nice.
Everything else is always
That's your
changing.
all-season beer. This is the Pilsner.
Yeah.
You guys gotta try this beer. It is awesome.
I mean,
Yes.
just to give you an example,
Uh-huh.
though, like this last 2 weeks, we put on 3 new beers. So,
Oh, nice.
so we have 16 beers on tap total. So.
Oh, that's awesome. So how do you decide on the names for these beers, especially the new ones? Like, how do you make that decision?
So drinking.
Cheers again.
Yeah, there's usually alcohol involved, and my brewer and my wife and I, anytime we have a moment of inspiration, it could just be, in a conversation where we're like, oh, that's a good beer name, and we just save it, and my wife keeps a running list of like potential beer names.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
And there's some really kind of fun beer names here that we have. Some like the Hefeweizen we just put on tap is called UD beer, UD being UD. So UD actually stands for Uncle David. Uncle David was Claire's only uncle growing up, and he was kind of like the big fun uncle. He never had kids of his own. And when he passed away, she got a nice inheritance from him. And so part of the funds that we used to open the brewery was his inheritance.
Oh, wow.
So that's our homage to him,
Yeah.
is our
Well,
UD beer.
here's to Uncle David.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. So on your menu, you have some food options.
Yep.
Can you talk a little bit about your food options and how we will pair that with the different types of beers?
Yeah, so that's something I'm still, I think, working on as a brew pub. Like you mentioned earlier, so like the way our beer menu is broken out is we have categories called like crisp and clean, fruity, malty, dark and roasty, and then there's like a hoppy and bitter one.
Yes.
And those are actually categories that are pulled from a document that the Brewers Association and the Culinary Institute of America developed. And basically those are culinary beer categories. Because our beers change all the time, I can't just put on my menu like, hey, try this beer with this food item, because that beer might be gone tomorrow.
Yes.
But I could tell you, pull from this beer category,
Yes.
crisp and clean,
Yeah.
to pair with this food item.
Oh, nice.
So that doesn't, while that one beer might not always be there, that category will always be there for you to draw on. And so that's kind of something I'm still working on. I have a very long list of projects, and that's just one of many.
Well, I dined with the spicy Italian sausage, and I complemented that with the crisp and clean Pilsner, and I thought it went down really well, and I did it again today.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I'm really enjoying that.
That's a good choice, like either like the Pilsner, like the crisp and clean category, or like actually hoppy beers, like they kind of pair well with spicy foods. So.
Yes, and I am spicy food lover. So share with our audience today, like what events and social activities do you guys get involved in bringing the community together?
Yeah, well, example number one, tonight we're actually doing what we call a pint night with CONO, which is the Council of Neighborhoods and Organizations. And so they're a local not-for-profit, and their entire mission is community development in Colorado Springs. So they're going to be coming here in the next like 30 minutes or so. They'll have a booth and kind of have informational brochures. But from 6 to close tonight, $1 of every pint that we sell will go to them and their cause.
That is awesome. Yeah,
so
that's very generous. Yes.
We work for not-for-profits. Really like part of my mission, I've said it a couple times, we're a brew pub. And so that pub aspect, where that comes from, is public house. If you think back to the UK, there was public houses.
Yes.
And that's where the community would gather. And that's what we're really trying to be, is kind of our neighborhood gathering spot for the West Side. And we really believe part of my mission here is, if we're giving back to our community through, pint nights. We're doing a silent disco next month with Upadowna, which is an outdoor organization in town here. It's a positive feedback cycle. And if we give to these organizations, hopefully they support us, and their members or their supporters want to support us. So.
Well, tell our audience, what's your coordinate? Where can they find you? What's your website?
Yeah, so OCCbrewing.com, really easy to find us there. You can always see updated food and beer menus. And then we're on Instagram and Facebook, just at OCC Brewing for both of those. And we're posting regularly about new beers, events, and just what's going on here.
Yeah. Well, Dan, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah.
And I would like to just say a great big thank you again to you, the audience, for watching this, and hopefully you'll be able to share at the OCC Brewery pretty soon. Thank you.
Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers.
All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed that video, and I just want to say again really quick before you sign off the page, make sure you hit that subscription button and that notification bell down below. That keeps you updated with all the new videos that we got coming out each week. And also, if you got any questions whatsoever for us, we are local experts of these areas, and we are local real estate agents within these areas, and we love helping people out. We got people calling us all the time for these, but please just call us 719-266-2725, or you can email us at info@jdmret.net. And we look forward to hearing from you and seeing you next time.